Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. So we are on alternative video number 5 for March 2023's Paper Pumpkin. I knew there was something missing. March 2023. These are basically for my notes when I load them up to YouTube. So we are making a 5 1/4 by 7 card. And I'm going to show you. It is a photo card where you stick your photo in here. These were given to me, so I'm using them. And I'm also going to offer 3 of them, because I have I think 3 left myself, but I already have my address and my light. No wonder why it's so dark. I'm like, where's the light? There we go. That's my Harry Potter dogs. What was that called again? Oh, it's this the 3-headed dog in Harry Potter. I have a thing and it goes off. It's light sensitive. Anyways, okay. I am a Harry Potter fan. So I have 3 of these I want to give out. So the first 3 people I see that make a comment, just make sure I have your address. I'm going to mail these out to you. So you could create something similar to this. So let's go over some things. I also have another offer. I was going to do it on my live and then I forgot. So I'm going to do it here in this video. So this is the flyer instruction sheets for the 10 years of growth for what you could do if you did their projects the way they design them. And y'all know I just don't do that. I do my own thing. So this is I'm really looking forward to this. This is a stained glass theme for April's Paper Pumpkin. I am really excited about that. Let's see. This month you got a free extra stamp set. So this is what they were. Big Happy. We're going to use this one today. We're going to use this, and this. You could put anything you want on the inside. I'm leaving mine blank until I decide, but I think the way the card is designed, anything would go on the inside of this card. My mind just going round and round with things to do. So, my offer. So my birthday is in May. It's the first week of May. I thought that I would like to do a Stamp-A-Stack. It's going to be a live event. Anybody's welcome to. It's not going to be a closed class or a special class you got to pay for. But what I am going to offer is I have, I think, 10 of these because one's for me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I actually have 11 folded envelopes here. Oh, something is falling out of that one. Actually, that's not supposed to be in there. And let me show you what's in these. So I have mine right here. I cut up the rest of my Dandy Design large packet of free designer series paper from Celebration. I have all these bits. I did some punches. I did some cutting of strips. And the different designs. So there's that. And then I believe I have at least 10 sheets. So one, wasn't sure exactly how many, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I used one of mine and I have a little extra. So I'll use one of these for mine anyways. Basically, you get 10, 4 by 5. Did I do 5 1/4? So it's 4 by 5 1/4 pieces of the DSP. And then all these little punches I did in little strips. And the idea is I am going to mail these out of no cost. This is just me sharing with you, my YouTube subscribers, my appreciation for continuing to help my channel grow, watching and commenting. I want to mail these 11 packages out to those who are interested in the first 11. It's first come, first serve. I want to mail these out to you. What I'd like to do is, for this event, you need to get, let's say, 10 card bases and envelopes together. I personally am going to be bringing out some of my old retired stamp sets to play with this, and I would love to have a play with this wonderful DSP, and I would love to see if you guys would like to share with me your creations and see what we all can come up with. We can sit and chat and just have, you know, maybe an hour together sitting here doing Stamp-A-Stacks with your designs. I'm just giving you some DSP to play with, and we can see what happens. So if you are interested, I would love to send you that. And let's get on after that. Let's get on with our card. You guys ready? Ready? This is absolutely beautiful. Can you see this? It is beautiful. Oh, and yes, there's a lot of embossing. I did some embossing quite a bit early. So it hopefully won't take that long. But I brought in the Dragonfly Garden bundle. I used this dragonfly and the punch and these little ones here. And I used, like I said, the happy. You're going to see what I used here in a minute. I'm going to show you. So for my DSP of choice, this is from Design a Daydream. I thought this would look really pretty in the background. For this particular one, behind the vellum, I was being good. I was using a piece of DSP that I had on my desk from my live. And that was from Enjoy the Journey. And I wonder if I can show you the whole thing, if I can find that real quickly. Probably not. Ooh, the stars in here were gorgeous. Okay, this is it. Hold on. If I could get it out of there. Just a piece. Oh, here's a better piece of it. Right here. So I was using this design behind here just because I had it. So that's all I have left of that one sheet. Let me stick these back in here. But I had a large piece of the Design a Daydream, and I decided to go with that. So you need to cut this. I do have the measurements, and the measurements are for this card. Okay. We have the card base. This is, like I said, a photo card base. It is measures 5 1/4 by 7. It's actually just a wee bit smaller than 5 1/4, just like by hair. DSP layer is 3 7/8 by 4 1/2. Then we have a vellum layer, and look, it's already stamped with embossing powder gold. 3 7/8 by 4 1/4. So you need those two things. Other than that, you need some scrap to do the dragonflies. I have one completely done, and the other one I'm going to show you how we did it. Lots of inks. You know, I'm using the same inks I've had out on my desk since the beginning of this project. We're using Versamark, Shaded Spruce, Garden Green, Polished Pink, Fresh Freesia, Orchid Oasis, and Coastal Cabana. We're using gold embossing powder. I'm going to do a little bit of embossing on camera because I couldn't get away with doing it otherwise. We're using blending brushes, sponge daubers, and a heat gun, which you can't see me heat emboss actually with the gun because my gun doesn't reach this far. It reaches like a hand about this far from my recording area. So that's as far as it's going to reach, and I'm not going to get an extension cord for it. Okay, so let me go over how we started. So you can see what I did is I took this image right here, and I stamped here, 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 and here, and here, at little different angles with Versamark. I then sprinkled gold embossing powder on it, tapped it off, and heated it up with the heat tool. So that's step number 1. And it does work that you do this because you just take a tissue and wipe off on, it's like a ink resisting technique. You can do it with white. It doesn't the gold embossing powder or any embossing powder won't hold the color. So the envelope, I did this corner and this corner. I meant to do this one, but got the wrong corner with the same little, I don't know, they're not real dragonflies. I don't know what they are. Mayflies, I don't know. So I did that on the envelope to match. And then on our piece of vellum, I didn't quite get it center. I did Happy in Versamark, sprinkle gold embossing powder, and heated it up. Now the reason why I did this step instead of waiting is because that's going to tell me I'm going to do the blending and the stamping on the back side. That kind of helps me determine which is the front and which is the back, and this piece here. So we're going to start with blending and sponging all over our card. It's so pretty. So I'm bringing in my scratch paper. You can see it's already had quite a bit of fun with it. I'm going to open it up, make it a little bigger for myself. Like always, I'm going to start with the Coastal Cabana. I haven't re-inked this ink pad, and every time I go to use it, I keep thinking I need to re-ink the ink pad. I just haven't got around to doing it. So I'm going to load up my brush. Now, from me knowing the other card I did, I started in this corner, and that's just kind of where I started. Tap off lightly. Don't need to tap a whole lot because, like I said, I need to re-ink my ink pad. By the way, if you guys don't know, Stampin' Up! Is doing a color refresh. I'm a little afraid. I'm like, what are they going to get rid of? I just got everything. Okay, as far as the color goes, I'm going to come down here in this corner, kind of looking at my other card a little bit. I'm going to do some right here. Not worried about the inside. The DSP and vellum's going to cover that. That looks really good to me. So let's leave that for the moment. And I'm going to move on to the Orchid Oasis. So this is a really new, really juicy pad. Just a little bit of this will go a long, long way. Tap, tap off. You see how dark that is? I'm just tapping that off because I don't want it really dark. So I'm going to start now in this corner. You can always add pressure and it'll put more color on it. Maybe I tapped off too much. You can always add, you just can't take it off. And, oh, that's much better. Much better. So I want to add a little bit like in here. And a little bit right up in that corner. And yeah, I'm being very, you know, picky about putting too much on it. I just don't want a whole lot. Because I know it's a juicy ink pad. Let's see. Oh, gorgeous. I guess I can deepen that all a little bit. Okay, Orchid Oasis looks really good now. Let's stick that to the side. Next, we're going to bring in that polished pink. And I don't have a polished pink blending brush, but this to show you can do this same technique with sponge daubers, blending brushes, whatever you got, old sponges, it works. So I'm going to tap off the polished pink. And let's see, I want the polished pink right about here. So lightly, little swirls, not too dark, not too light, just right. Ooh, and I'm going to add some up here. Got a little dark on the corner there, that's okay. And I'm going to add some in here. Now you can see I'm doing threes. That's three. The Coastal Cabana's three pink sections. Now I'm going to do three fresh freesia. And every time I do this, I think, yeah, I got to ink that one up too. But I haven't yet. Let's see if I do it for the end of all my paper pumpkin videos. Not sure, but we'll see. We'll see how long I can make it without inking it up. Sometimes I ink them up. I really over ink these newer pads of Stampin' Ups. I haven't quite found the right stopping point when I go to ink things up. So there's, really like that. So here's this, and I'm not going in straight lines. I'm just kind of working it in there. I'm going to add some of this right here. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we're going to get 4 of the fresh freesia. Yep. Just because I want to, and I got a spot here for it. So fresh freesia is going to have 4 areas. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. That, looks good. Yes, it does. My grandson has a reprieve from homework. We just did some. I told him as soon as I'm done, I'm coming back in and we're doing more. He's like, no. Like, yes, we are. So, bounce that off. I want to go around the outside and frame all that beautiful sponging and blending we did with shaded spruce. And then we're going to stamp. Really, really, I love that little bit of shaded spruce around the outside to frame it. Really, really works for me. Okay, so now that we've done this, we're going to repeat the blending stuff we did on our vellum. So, got to close that up, and we're going to flip it over because we have our happy on the front, and I'm going to take my Coastal Cabana. We're going to load up some more ink on it. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to come and do like a swirl like so. I think I'll do a 3. So do like almost 1, 2, and 3. So across the middle. In vellum, everything just kind of slides around on it. It's great. And I don't want it too dark. And I'm going to come right down here. So you see it do like a Zorro. All right, let's leave Coastal Cabana for a minute, and we're coming back with that Orchid Oasis. Guess I could load up more of this. You can see the difference. Okay, so here we go. There's our Orchid Oasis up there and down here. And then we're going to put Polished Pink in Fresh Freesia. So I'm going to bring this down a bit, maybe over. And I'm going to close this up before it goes on anything. So definitely going to need to ink up the Polished Pink. So Polished Pink down here. There's our Polished Pink. Don't think I'll be using, I think there's plenty enough on the sponge daubers to do the dragonflies. At least there was when I did the sample. And our Fresh Freesia. Each time I sponge and do something like that, every project that I do, I never can get it exact, and I love that. I don't know if I'd want to do it exact. So there we have our color. You're going to see it's going to go this way, and when you put it on, oh, look at that. That is really cool looking. Very, very cool. Very, very, very happy with it. But we're not done. Now we are going to stamp. So we are going to stamp with Shaded Spruce. Now remember, when you stamp on here, when you flip it over, it's going to be opposite of what you have. And let me show you what I mean. So we're going to stamp, and I want it to extend. So I have to be aware of that when I'm stamping on the reverse, like this, I'm going to stamp on this side so that it's going to fall here. So I'm stamping on this side and this side, where normally I would stamp right top and bottom left. I have to do it reverse because when I flip it over, it's going to be where I want it. So full strength stamping here. So we're going to come, let's see, one this way, and I don't want it all the way. And you got to be careful stamping on the vellum. It will smear the ink. So careful when you go to put it down. Tap it straight down and pull it straight up. And it takes a long time for it to dry. So I'm going to come here and do the same. Like so. And that one is not done because we're going to repeat this on our card frame, our card base. So this is Garden Green. That's why I'm also offering up 3 of these card bases, so you can try this. So this one now is going to go right here. This is in Garden Green. Now I'm going to twist this off, and I think that should be good because stamping on top of the shaded spruce, it's not dry. It will pick up some. But let's turn my block around, and I'm going to go like so. Okay. Now this is not done either, but I'm going to clean it off because it picked up that shaded spruce. Okay, now I'm going to set this aside and let it sit for a minute, and we're going to bring this back in. Let me try to show you what we're doing here. Okay, so when I flip it over, do you see? So I need to, right in this area, I need to stamp the same greenery, okay? So I know it's going to be right here. Let me get that shaded spruce. Oh, I threw away my, that was not good of me. It was like, I had a Post-it note. So I'm going to put this Post-it note right in this, though I guess it really doesn't matter as I'm going to have DSP there, just me. So I want to make it look like this is going all the way in. So I'm going to stamp here, and it won't be exact, and that's okay. And I'm, ooh, wrong color ink, Alice. You know what? Let's go with it. We can do, this is Garden Green. We'll just reverse it. We'll have Garden Green here. I can't tell if I did. Did I do the right one? I'm going to go with shaded spruce. If that one little leaf is off with Garden Green, it's okay with me. It's gonna be fine. So now I'm coming this direction. Nope, they were both shaded spruce. It was just me. The Garden Green was in my way. So I'm lining this up again, though I really don't need it. And I'm gonna come here. Do make sure the stem, though, is going off of the card base that you're stamping onto. It does look better. I kind of missed it on one of mine. Oh, shouldn't have done that. We're going to need it. So I'm going to get rid of this shaded spruce now. And bring in the littler leafy one for the... Put this right here. It's just mimicking what we did there. So I can turn it this way. All right. Voila, we have it. It's all done. can lay those two together and we can put our elements inside. So I am going to start with this one, and you hardly need any glue on this, guys. I am just putting glue down the center because I'm going to lift this up and slide it in there, and I don't want a big gluey mess. So I'm just putting some in the middle because as I push it in there, it's going to smear. So that is down. Now make sure I got the card opening the correct direction for our vellum. Look at that. Ooh, so pretty. Now the vellum. I wanted to use glue dots, and it looks like I have lost them. Glue dots, where are you? We're going to use glue dots after we get it in there. So let me get some out. Alright, those need to go back there. I don't know why they were way over there. So I'm just getting them handy. So we're going to flip her over. Make sure you got the happy going the correct way and not upside down. Lift up our little photo sleeve here. And we're going to carefully slide this all the way in. You do have to lift up the other end. And look at how cool that is. I absolutely love this. Okay? So I need to pick off the top. Let's see if I can get it off before it comes off. Sometimes that doesn't work. I'm going to take a glue dot. I'm going to pry this open and just add... I know you guys, there's probably an easier way, but I tend to do things, you know. I want it in its spot before I adhere it down. And you can, I don't know if you can see this, but there's room right there. So I'm going to add some to the inside of the vellum. Just one right there. That's going to hold that down. And now I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to add two. Then I'm going to seal the whole thing together. Maybe if I can get the glue dot off of the backing without... Nope. Okay, let's try this time. It's still stuck to me. I don't need you now. Thank you, though. Let me see if I can stick it there. Yes, it's stuck to the pokey tool. And I'm going to open this up and up farther. I am going to adhere the glue dot. There. Now, that's all I'm going to put on there. I'm going to take my little needle nose IV bottle glue. Oh, this is not the one that I had opened. Oh well. Let me put the lid on that one. Shake the bottle. Get the glue down there. Now I'm going to seal this up. I'm going to run glue on the inside there, all the way across, and seal it up. Nothing is coming out of there. Nada, nada, nada. Okay. So we have happy. That's what I mean. This is happy on the outside. You can put anything. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy Easter, happy spring. And all of those things are included in this month's paper pumpkin. So you can do anything you want. But what I wanted were these two dragonflies. I have done one. It's going to go right in that spot. You could turn it any way you want. That looks really good. But I'm going to show you how I colored them. And it was real simple, guys. Take that blending brush with that Coastal Cabana, right? And I rubbed it down the middle. There's not enough ink on here, so we're going to add some more. And I'm just going to rub it right down the middle of the dragonfly. That's all there. That was to that. Then I started with, oh, this dragonfly is a little different. I alternated. Okay, we'll do it the same way. So I did fresh freesia on the top wings. And I'm gonna need more fresh freesia because it needs to be re-inked. Pick up some of that right there. I'm gonna daub it just in the center of the wing, the top one. Okay. Next is polish pink down on the bottom. And I don't think you could rub if you wanted it darker. Oh, that is pretty, but I lost a little Coastal Cabana there. Then I took my Orchid Oasis and I rubbed it on the ends of the wings. Couldn't be more simple than this, I'm telling you. Love how it blends. It's just that easy. Voila! We made 2 beautiful dragonflies. And they were stamped in Versamark and then sprinkled with the gorgeous gold embossing pattern. Now, this one, you can keep these flat. I'm keeping the entire card flat. So I am not putting anything on dimensionals. What I am doing is adding glue right to the tail and on the ends of the wings, because I'm not going to glue anything to the vellum, but it's going to go just like so. You guys are going to laugh in a minute. I'm going to show you what I actually use. You can use basic white, but my dragonflies are stamped on an envelope that went to a card base that I stepped on and rolled my chair on. Okay. And I'm like, okay, that's got to go because I can't save it. So I cut my envelope. There you go. That's one of the envelopes to a card base. Okay. Card base ruined. It's not gonna, it's of no use. The back maybe. Let's see what the inside looks like. I can probably save that piece. So this is the envelope that went to it. It was on the floor too. I cut off the bad spots and I'm like, I can use that for the card. So you know I did. And this is a gorgeous, simple little card. You know, a lot of coloring on it, but boy, is it pretty. It is so pretty. This one I didn't do the dragonflies on the inside yet, but this one I did. You can even, oh, let's do it. What time is it? About 32 minutes. I'm sorry. I really want to do this. I am going to take this. I'm going to open her up. Let's add some Coastal Cabana to this one. We're going to do some sponging on the inside. You know, because we can. That's why we're doing it. I'm going to add some of that Orchid Oasis. I'm not going to re-ink anything. I just had to do the Coastal Cabana because that ink pad is in dire need. We're going to add polished pink down here to these ones. And hopefully we don't have to re-ink that fresh freesia, and we don't. And isn't that so cool? Yeah, baby. I love it. I do. I really, really do. So I hope you guys would like to try this. Like I said, I have 3 all ready to go. I just need a comment from 3 people. And please in the comments say that you want them. And if you haven't sent me your address, you need to send me your address at aliceseraphin1969@gmail.com for these. And also, I would like to know if any of you guys would like to join me in a Stamp a Stack live event on May 7th at 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time, as that's my time zone, with the Dandy Design DSP. I'm just sending you the DSP. You create with whatever stamps, whatever designs you like. I would love to see what you create. Like I said, I already have some stamp sets I pulled out that are like super, super old and retired and on wood, and I just want to have a nice play with them. So what else can I share with you? I think that's that's it for today, folks. And I really hope that you like my channel enough to come back and visit me. Like it enough to share, and especially make a comment. Your comments mean so much to me. I can't express that enough, how much I enjoy reading your comments. It encourages me and inspires me to keep sharing my thought process, my ideas, and my creations with you. And it is something I look forward to each and every single day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And more than anything, would you come back and visit me in my wonderland? Bye bye now.